Hey girl, what's up? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. They said 2016 makeup is coming back this year, 2026. So if you want to see what products we use to get this look, then keep on watching. You already know what it is. We already did our brows to save time. But the funny thing is, I've been doing my brows the 2016 way, even till now in 2026. And I love doing my brows this way when I'm doing a full-on look. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my lids. I'm using the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. This is in the shade 2 Light Medium. So the palette, I have two palettes in front of me. They both are Morphe. One of them is the Morphe and James Charles palette, which I want to dip into because I've had this palette for so long and I never used it, honestly. And then I have the Artistry palette, the 15T Your True Selfie palette by Morphe. And that's what these colors look like. This is the palette that I actually created the look with. So I'm gonna see what these greens give in the Morphe James Charles palette, but look at the colors in here. Beautiful, beautiful. Let me know if you have this palette. I'm gonna use this to set that concealer shade. I'm actually gonna take this light, bright yellow shade and kind of just stamp that in. I feel like starting makeup for me was back in 2017, but I want to say that 2016 took place from 2016 all the way to like 2019. I have some looks where I've done some bright looks. I've done, you know, the matte lip. I still love a good matte lip. I'm just now getting into the whole gloss phase, but I don't like a sticky gloss. I would prefer it to be something that I can layer on top of my liquid lipsticks if I want that shine. But I feel like 2016 makeup just really was bold. Eyeliner, lashes, everything was bold. The girlies had to have a matte face, the liquid lipstick of course, and yeah, full coverage. Full coverage is what it was giving. So I just set my eyes with that, and I'm gonna take this cognac type of shade or lighter brown and kind of go up to the brow bone just to use that as a blending transition shade. But Morphe was that girl, still is that girl when it comes to affordability and when it comes to collaborations, shadows, and all that. So love that I still have these in my collection, and I can always look back on when I started out doing makeup, looking into makeup, doing makeup on other people, becoming a makeup artist. All the things, all the things. So what I'm gonna do is go in with this deep green as the outer corner shade, and hopefully this picks up. Sometimes these colors, they will not pick up, honey. They will not pick up. But this is picking up pretty fine. And this is how I would do my makeup today. Like, of course, you know, it's nothing wrong if you still, you know, like to use bright colors and stuff, but where I am now in life, like bright colors every day, I just don't do. I do more of like neutral tone colors, champagnes, rose gold, stuff like that you typically will see on my channel. So I'm just building this up as much as I can before adding in another transition shade. And I'm just taking some off of the brush so that I can kind of blend this in. Now going into this Morphe 15T palette, I'm gonna go ahead and take these dark shades and go back and forth and create an outer smoky eye effect. And I think I have a video here on my channel of what that look consisted of. But yeah. So we're just gonna leave it there and then go into this green right here. You can use any champagne green that you have. I'm gonna go in with this green. And I may pop this lime green on here, but we'll see how subtle I want it to be or how bright I want it to be. But I think this green should be fine for me. So now I'm going to take a more fluffy brush. This is my Morphe M504 brush. And I'm just going to blend this harsh line at the top. Back into the James Charles palette. A little bit of this burnt orange, tapping it very lightly. All right, so back then, of course, we did wing liners. I was not the best at wing liners, but I did, you know, take my time here and there. But I do have a good wing liner, eyeliner that is really good. This is the L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Liner Noir. It's the liquid eyeliner, and it has a really fine point, so I feel like it's really easy for beginners. And I'm not gonna do a big wing. I'm just gonna something simple like that. So if you are a beginner, this is a really good eyeliner. I'll link it down below if I find a link for it. But again, this is the L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Liner Noir. So now I'm gonna pop on some lashes because that's pretty much the eye. And I'm gonna go in with, I'll probably go in with some bold lashes because that's what the looks were back then. But you know what? I'm gonna probably just do some quick Ardell Wispies. For mascara, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Tartelette XL Tubing Mascara. This is a really good black mascara. So when you are doing looks like this will definitely elongate your lashes. It adds a nice coat to your lashes. So I'm gonna pop this lash on, do the other eye, and we'll come back to do the rest of the face. So eyes are done, lashes are on. We are now gonna go in with a foundation. And I feel like it's only right to go in with this foundation. But before we do that, I am gonna prime with the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer. It's vitamin C and banana powder inspired pigments in here. And I have been using this for years as well. This is back in the time of that 2016-17 era for me. But this gives a really, really nice hydrating canvas, but also giving you some skincare benefits as well. So my skin is already prepped, moisturized, and now we are priming it. So for foundation, we're gonna go in with the Double Wear Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. I am in the shade 4W2 Toasty Toffee, and I have been hearing that they are reformulating this, and I'm just hoping that it doesn't change. This is one of those foundations that a little bit definitely goes a long way. It is a medium to full. I would say it's probably more of a full coverage than anything, but it is buildable. It's not too thick. It's comfortable on the skin, especially if you prep your skin well. No matter your skin type, you should be able to get away with this particular foundation. I think this is one of my favorite foundations, luxury foundations. And I've had this foundation, this is my second bottle. So to hear that they're reformulating this, we shall see. But I like to go in with a sponge. My sponge is damp. This is an e.l.f. sponge. And I just feel like it gives a really nice, flawless coverage and finish without being cakey, without feeling heavy or weighed down. It photos well in pictures as well. Moving on to concealer, I'm gonna be bringing out the Tarte Shape Tape. This is a full coverage. She's full coverage. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. This is the Shape Tape. I'm in the shade 35N Neutral, and I still use her till this day. She's a really good, like I said, full coverage concealer that just does really, really well. And I heard that there's a hydrating one of this as well. I was seeing something on Instagram. There's a hydrating one that I'm really intrigued to try, because if you have dry skin under your eyes, you may not like this one as much, but it does do the job of being covered. And so I am going to add in a little bit more of a hydrating concealer. This is also the full coverage one. This is that Flower Beauty. This is also going to give me a little bit of highlight, but it's going to give me that hydration that I need. For bronzing, cream bronzer, we're going to go in with the Juvia's foundation stick, one of my faves that I use all the time. This is in the shade Benin. And I'm gonna spray my face with the Urban Decay. This is the Extra Glow. I feel like back in 2026 though, when we were doing bronzing and contour was a big thing, was a big thing. But I never got really into it because I just felt like I couldn't find the right shade for me. So bronzing was my thing, and I would do my best to just bronze as though I was contouring, but putting it a little bit higher as I do now. So this step right here is nothing new, but contouring back then was that thing. It was a thing. And yeah. Go ahead and set my brows. This is the Rare Beauty brow gel. Love this brow gel. It's like my third bottle. It just allows my thick brows to just stay in place without causing any flakes, not giving it too much of a high shine. Perfect. It's perfect. Set with an OG. This is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. She has been an OG for years for me, so we're gonna use her. Fun fact, I used to work at Ulta and then also Sephora, and when the brand reps would come in to train us on Laura Mercier, this powder is not meant for baking. It's just not. It's just simply for setting. People were complaining that they were getting flashback at that time, back in the 2017, 2018 time. But it's not meant to bake. This is truly a setting powder, and I think that is key. I'm gonna set the rest of the face with the Sephora Micro Smooth, but before we do that, I do wanna go in with this cream to powder blush. This is the Overruled by Jaclyn Hill, and I'm gonna put a little bit of this on my hand. I have actually been liking this color, so I'm just gonna put this on my cheeks. Very pretty, a nice pretty pinky mauve shade. I think it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Bronzer, I'm gonna be going in with an oldie but a goodie. This is the Benefit Hula Caramel bronzer. I have it in the shade Caramel, and back then this was like the go-to. The go-to. You hear me? The go-to. If you didn't have this in your collection, you didn't know nothing about makeup. What is the new saying that said? You did not know ball. Okay? Shout out to Benefit. This is a product that's been around for years. It's still doing amazing, just as some of the other classics that I've used today. And I love that. I love when you can still go out and get some of your favorite products and they've been around for a while, where sometimes some of our favorites are no longer available. I'm gonna set the rest of the face with the Micro Smooth. To brighten that inner eye a little bit, I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury powder in Fair. Right here. Go back into the palette to do the bottom lash line. I'm gonna smoke out the bottom lash line. And I'm gonna take the Pat McGrath liner. This is a really good liner. I talk about it all the time on my channel. Very easy, very pigmented. And with a little bit of more blush, this is the Wet n Wild blush in the shade Mellow Wine. It's like this really pretty wine shade. I'm gonna do a little bit of this on top just to bring a little bit more color in the face. Set the face with the Urban Decay. This is also another classic. This is the original one. So we're gonna set the face with this. For lips, I'm so excited. Two of my favorite lippies that I still use today, well, this lip liner for sure, is the NYX Nude Truffle Lip Liner. She's this gorgeous, really gorgeous brownie nude for me, my complexion. I love this. I have so many of these in my lip drawer. I don't know if they still make this, but I feel like NYX products are always gonna be in stock, especially the lip liners and some of those butter glosses. Butter glosses in 2016, 17, 18, 19, still to this day, fire. A matte lip was my thing. A liquid lipstick was my thing, okay? I'm gonna go on top of this lip liner with a Stila lipstick. This is in the shade Pelias. Look at the packaging. Amazing. This is the most beautiful matte lipstick, nude matte lipstick. It is so beautiful. And they smell so good, like vanilla. And to top all this off, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. lip oil. This is in the shade Honey Talks. I'm gonna go in with this classic, and when I show you this pan, do not laugh, okay? Because I had this for years. This is the Lancome Dual Finish Highlighter in the shade Radiant Rose Gold, the number 3. She was my go-to highlighter before I started dipping into other brands. Like, look at that. classic. So this is the finished look, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it and had a good time as much as I did. So if you did, give this video a thumbs up. And until next time, love, peace, and beauty. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.